Hey everybody, got another build here for you. Just wanted to document this quickly before I take it apart and start on the next version of it. This is an experimental build. This is I guess you'd call this the X-10. This is a tail tuner. I took just a glary neck, drilled it for string through. This is totally experimental. It's all rough and everything. It's just proof of concept. Haven't even put bars on it or anything, but it works. So, but I've already thought of improvements, so I'm going to take it apart and make the improvements. But I wanted to document this first version first before I took it apart. So yeah, it's just a stock fender neck, type neck, with string through holes drilled in it. You can see where the cutoff line might be if you were going to cut the headstock off it. Haven't changed the nut or done anything at all to the fretboard. Just slapped a plate on it and bolted it onto 60mm wide piece of plywood, 3/4 ply. It's like 19mm thick. It's got the bridge is floating at the moment. Then this is what it was testing basically. This has a steel pin, a nail in it basically, as a hinge pin, and then it's just a little hinge basically, made out of a steel pin and wood for the hinge part, for the barrel parts, and it works just fine. And this is the hold down bar, and this is the spring block bar, or the spring block, and then this is the claw screw block. And it all works fine. It's in tune. It's perfectly balanced. I even made this thing as a block in order to block off the trim so that you could lock it into a hardtail for tuning it up and things like that. But I need to improve that design as well. But yeah, as far as this goes, the improvements that I'm going to make to it. This is what it is for a long time I've been trying to get a tail tuner which has superior weight distribution to something with a headstock, and it's also, this is a lot cheaper than putting on like a tail tuner or a no head guitar type bridge on a guitar. So yeah, this hardware is less expensive than like an Overlord of Music type Steinberger bridge thing. Those are clicking the scales now at about $60, and obviously you can get, you know, a bridge and tuners for less than $60. So, but anyway, yeah. So that was the idea. Is I wanted to get some kind of a trim thing going on with this, with the tail tuner design. I'd done it in the past using like hinges and such, but I came up with this new kind of hinge joint, and I wanted to test it out, see if it worked. It does work. The improvements I'm going to make is I'm going to put the bridge on the part that swings up and down, and I think that if you have less distance between the pin and the strings, because this is basically your moment arm for the amount of torque you've got. So you've got like 70 pounds pulling on a moment arm at this angle and of this length around this pivot. And then your other moment arm is the end of this spring here in that pivot. And as you can see on this, they're actually pretty even. But I'm thinking that if the bridge goes here and the pin joint was like up here, just in front of the bridge, so that like the bridge was back here and the pin joint was up here, kind of an idea. I think that might actually make it so that you've got better leverage and you don't need as much spring tension back here, and it might make the thing easier to work a little bit. But maybe not. I mean, it's like you got about 78 pounds pulling this way, so you got to have 78 pounds pulling that way, Or if, you know, this distance is twice as long as this distance, then you only need half of 78 pounds and that kind of idea. So, but yeah, well, wait and see. I mean, actually, I suppose they should be the same length so that it would be the same amount of resistance whether you're doing a dive or doing a pull-up. So maybe you should keep it that way and just move the bridge onto, or move the tailpiece forward so that the bridge pivots as well. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to document this. As you can see, I didn't even put the bars on, or the one bar. The idea is eventually you're going to get some kind of a single pivoting bar. That'll be your leg bar and your strap bar. And then it's going to need a bar coming down like this in order to block off, to keep your leg from hitting the tuners down here. And the jack will go back like here. And then over here, there'll be another little bar that comes up this way, and that's where the strap lock for the back, for the bottom strap button will go. And because neither the jack nor the strap can be attached to the pivoting tailpiece. They have to be attached to the body. So there'll be a bar coming out this way for the strap lock, and a bar coming out that way for the jack. And this bar also protects the tuners from your leg when you're sitting. So that part still, I never even bothered implementing it because I want to change around the way that the tailpiece works. But I wanted to get it documented first because I'm about to take it apart, like I do with probably about half of my experimental builds. And notice this one was successful. I didn't finish it all the way. All I did was I got it far enough to go, yeah, okay, cool, this works. Now, what's the next improvement? So there it is, the X-10 version 1.0. And I guess a few days I might have version 2.0 ready to rock. So until then, until the next one, everybody, have a good one.